Hi everyone, Jessica here from Paper Ink Stamp and welcome back to my channel. So this video is a follow-on from my last video. You can see the two cards there that I made in that one, and these are those offcuts. So this is kind of like two bonus cards we're getting from those previous two cards that we made. So this one is going to be really simple again, much like the last design, but we're just doing it in a slightly different way again, just to use those pieces that we have die cut so we're not wasting anything. So with this, we're going to do a really simple technique. I'm going to show you how to do it with a stamp set that I've got, you can see here, and this is like a brush stroke. Really, it's going to have all of those sort of like little gritty bits in there as well, and then I'm going to show you, if you haven't got a stamp like this, how you can achieve basically the same effect just with your ink pad. So I've got the two love hearts here. You can see we've got the partial die cut in, which I just think is a really nice design when it's coming off the side of the card. And again, if you haven't seen my last video, go back and check that one out, because we do a slight variation again on this, pretty much the same design as what we're going to be doing here. So what I'm going to do is be stamping on both of these love hearts, do exactly the same. We're just going to do a different colorway, and yeah, we're going to use 4 different colors within the same color family. So here I've started off with some oranges. So off the top of my head, we probably went with probably a bit of rusty hinge, probably in there a little bit of, let me just have a look, wild honey. I think we went in with like a carved pumpkin, and I'm not sure what the other color was, to be honest. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I was trying to show here, but I think it's too small to read. So I just went in with different shades, and I think what stands out really nicely, certainly with these two versus where I show you how to do this without a stamp, this really, the colors don't kind of blend together. I'm not looking for a super ombre effect here. I'm literally just looking for definition in those colors and those lines. I think this works a lot nicer. I'm not trying to blend these colors together here. That's not kind of the design that I'm going for. I want them to all stand out against each other. And with a stamp set like this, because again, you've got all of those little gritty bits in there, it's designed to look like brush strokes. I just think it adds a little bit of a nicer effect to it, I think, than just how I'm going to show you how to do it without the stamps. Yeah, I just think that you can just kind of move it and lay it where you want to and just get sort of as much coverage or as little coverage as you want here. So with the orange, I definitely get more coverage than what I do with the red one that we're going to do. But again, it's just kind of the effect that I quite like. So we're coming in with this third color here. I'm trying to sort of space it out, obviously as evenly as possible here, so you can kind of see a little bit of each of the 4 colors, sorry. And this will literally work with any die, any shape, and any sets of colors, really. I'm not sure if this would work necessarily as well with distress oxides. I don't really stamp with my oxides, to be honest. I only really stamp with my distress inks, or just any normal dye ink will work for this. So, you know, you've probably got the tools at home to be able to create a card like this, and you don't even need the dies for creating the shapes either. You could literally just cut around a shape that you've got, a plate, a bowl. It could be you know, anything to create a shape. So you don't always need to have all of these kind of tools here. So I'm just going to clean off my stamp, and that is this one done. And to make things easier, you can see I've got this sticky mat here that I just popped in. You can pick these up on Amazon. I think it's a 2-pack for about £10. If I remember, I'll leave a link in the description box down below. So if you are trying to ink like I am here over the whole surface, if you're trying to blend whatever it might be that you're doing, this is a really great tool for that, because it just keeps it in place for you. You don't have to worry about putting the magnets down or how you're going to hold it still while you are doing whatever it is that you're doing on the surface. So I'm just going to start this next one here with the reds, and I'm going to come in and just show you another way of being able to do this technique if you don't have a stamp like I've got here. So I did just die cut another love heart, so you can see here, and all we're going to do is a simple bit of ink swipe in. So just going across from side to side, and really it depends how solid you want this to be. My red inks are quite juicy, so I didn't really press down very hard. I was going for something very similar to what the stamp was giving me, where it wasn't that kind of solid color. That's what I was going for, but because my inks were super juicy, just that little bit of pressure really put down a lot of that color. Now I'm not saying that I hate that, you know, I still really love how this looks. We've got that aged mahogany at the bottom, which is very different to the other three colours, but I did find that those top three colours are very, very similar to each other, so you can't really see the difference like you can with my stamped ones. So that's nothing to do with the difference of using a stamp versus ink swiping, and you can see the ones next to them, so you can just see how different they look. I would definitely go in and be using different coloured inks to make sure that you can get that clear definition between the colours. So I think I picked up colours that were too close together. With them being so juicy, then they pretty much just blended in, and that's not necessarily the look I was going for. But again, if you don't have a stamp like this, if this obviously took a little bit of time to go in and stamp again and move the stamp, if you want just a really quick process, then ink swiping is again a really great option. And like I said, you can either add lots of ink down, so it's a little bit more of a solid colour that you've got down on your card, or then you could do it quite lightly and you could have like I've got here, which is just lots of gaps sort of in between. So you've got a lot of control when you do the ink swiping over how you want this to come out. But again, I really love the look of these. I think it's such an easy technique if you're making quick cards, if you're looking to get your crafty mojo back, and you want just something clean and simple and easy and just something that you can mass produce if that's important to you as well, then I think a design like this with a technique like ink swiping is a really great option. So we're just going to go for a sentiment. So I'm just kind of moving sentiments around for you to see. I want to put it directly onto the heart, and depending on the size of the sentiment that you want to use, you can sort of put it up the side, you can stamp like I'm going to be doing here. So there is just lots of options here. Again, from when you put your sentiment on here, not everyone has to be the exact same. You'll notice I'll stamp my sentiment, it's the same one, but I'm going to stamp it in different places on both of my hearts. So you're creating the same card, but not every single one has to be exactly the same. And you can see that I'm stamping it just within one of those color strips, just so you can really be able to see the sentiment. I don't want to put anything else on the white of the card, on the actual base. I wanted it all to be contained within my love heart. So I put some foam on the back of this to help it stand out again, because it's quite simple. We want to just add in that dimension is a really great way of just elevating quite a simple card. And these are the Chloe's Creative Cards ones that come on the massive roll. I had it as one of the prizes from Card Maker of the Year, and literally I've still got tons of them. They are a lot thicker, so again, they're perfect for simple cards like this. And then just to finish these off, I'm just going to add some Nuvo drops again onto that heart as well, just for a little more interest. And then these are finished. And then I'm going to bring back in just a clip where I showed you the difference between these cards and then doing the just manual ink swiping across the cardstock. So I really love these. Let me know what you think of these cards in the comment section down below. If you did watch this video, then please give it a thumbs up to help support my channel and get it out there in the YouTube algorithm. And that's going to be it for Valentine's Day, what we are now, card number 2, but we've actually made 4 cards so far. So that's going to be it for this video. So thanks very much for watching and happy crafting.